So Caitlin Clark's agent suggests the WNBA should get away from the NBA. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make Rob happy. And when you do, hit that notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. We're going for 6,000 subscribers, and we need your help. So the interview of Caitlin Clark's agent hasn't said very much, been criticized a lot, and I'll get to that later, but has not said very much, been pretty quiet considering how Caitlin Clark was treated last year. I might have spoken up about that and how, like, your client wasn't marketed. I think I might have spoken up about that, but maybe Caitlin Clark didn't want her agent to say anything, so I don't know. But I've got some excerpts from some articles there, and I'll bring that up on the screen here, Rob, if that's okay with everybody. Oops, that's not the right one. Apparently, her agent, Erin Kane, feels the superstar's $76,500 salary for her rookie year wasn't enough, which everybody agrees with that. That's a no-brainer. No one's disputing that, and everybody knows she makes a lot of money outside of that, so it's kind of irrelevant. She's going to be a billionaire someday. But however, based on their comments during a conversation with ESPN, Kane doesn't ever see the WNBA reaching a place where they could pay Clark what she's truly worth. Will Caitlin ever be paid by the WNBA what she's really worth to the league? I don't think that's possible. Do you think, Rob, it's possible?
No, they won't do it because, everybody else has to get the same pay as she does. So,
well, I don't think they have the money to pay her what she's worth. So I think that's why it's not possible. Maybe 20 years from now, but she's part of a larger player body. They all need to be paid more. She should be recognized for what she has done and what she's brought to the league from an economic standpoint. It's as simple as that. They all should be paid more if they can afford. The league can afford it.
Right.
The league hasn't made money.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that.
That's the bottom line. Make money.
Right. The most important thing always has been getting WNBA players paid for what they do on the court. For this CBA negotiation, that it will be progressive and move the line forward a lot. So I don't know about that, Rob. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the bottom line is money, and yes, the players should be getting paid more, but then that's up to the WNBA and the commissioner and to promote the league. The way they have the league promoted right now, it's a thuggery league, so it turns people off. So they just got to turn it around. That's why I was saying in another video, hopefully this commissioner will be gone. And they'll put some new blood in there. This old blood, it has to go. The young blood and new ideas needs to be inputted.
Right, and some new refs and some better refs and refs that call the game tighter, so the thuggery goes out of it. And actually market your superstar, Caitlin Clark. Heaven forbid. What a brilliant idea.
No, what a concept,
And this was the most interesting line to me. She said, I think we're ready for a spinoff. And then in brackets, it says from the WNBA. But I just think that the WNBA is incentivized to make decisions that are good for the NBA. And those are not always aligned with what's good for the WNBA. So for the sake of the league that I work in, I want women and women's basketball to be able to make clean, clear choices that are in their own best interest. So it's interesting. She's also the agent for Napheesa Collier.
Oh, wow.
So that is interesting because Napheesa Collier started another league. Now, that other league, I don't think, was meant to be competitive with the WNBA. They said the reason they started it was so that people didn't have to go overseas in the off season. And I argue, well, if you would just promote Caitlin Clark and let the league make money and expand it to 60 games, you wouldn't have to go overseas either. You could just make enough money in the WNBA. but they want to hold Caitlin Clark down so it won't make as much money.
Yeah. So it's
So that's me. But I don't know if she's just saying they're going to buy out the NBA, because the NBA owns close to 50% of the league. I think it's like 42%. And then there's also investors and things like that.
mm.
Or they actually want it. She's threatening to start a new league if they don't pay Caitlin Clark more. I don't know what
we've talked about that before. We've talked about that, Mark. We've talked about this. If the league doesn't change the way they are treating Caitlin Clark, she should just take her, like you said, take her ball and go set up another league.
If I was her agent, I would have threatened to do that last year when she was getting mauled and assaulted and the league was doing nothing about it. That's what I would have done as her agent. Now, maybe she did. And the commissioner did nothing because the commissioner's scared of the women in the league and some of the media.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I would have done. And
Right.
I think Caitlin could easily just say, hey, I'm starting a new league. Where's Elon Musk? I need an investor. And everybody would follow her because that's where the money would be. And that's where the attendance and ratings would be. And now they have total control of the league. And it could be run fairly. And it's not going to be a participation trophy league where everybody gets the same amount of attention and the same amount of money.
Right. Yeah. It's not going to be where everyone has, when you say Caitlin Clark, you have to mention somebody else, in the same breath. Just say it's Caitlin Clark. And that's it.
And Caitlin Clark won't get the worst whistle in the history of basketball if they start a new league too, because the refs will be fair because it's a new league and it's not, conducive to following the old WNBA heads. So I think that would be very interesting if she just does that.
Well, for me, like I said, Mark, I'm like this agent. I think I've stated this before. This is the last year for me. It would be the last year. If I don't see any kind of, improvement with the referees or the type of basketball that the WNBA wants people to promote, then I'm out. I want to be out. I'm like, why should I stay in this league?
That's fair, Rob, because they have a whole off season. It's kind of hard to do things on the fly. So what you're saying is really fair. You had the whole off season to say, okay, what were the issues? What were the problems? What did we do wrong? And how do we fix them? And they have a long off season too, because they have a short season.
Right.
And let's see, do they get better refs? Do they actually market Caitlin Clark so that the league draws in more fans and make more money? I don't know. That's what I think they need to do. Do they give media training to the women in the league so they're more likable?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't change people's personalities. I mean, if their personalities,
they can still fake it, Rob, when they do interviews after the game and not give poor interviews after the game that players have done.
Yeah, but like I said, I think this year is really the year they got to get their act together, or I think they're going to suffer. I mean, even if Caitlin Clark still is, they're going to suffer from people again just leaving. The fans going like, well, shoot, you don't really care about us. You just care about your own little brand, and you care about how you want to run the league, and not about our interests. We want to go. We want to see the fast break. We want to see things move here, just like in college basketball.
Right. I think they lost a small percentage last year. In fact, people said they had canceled their pass for the WNBA. They got so upset with them. And then I think they lost a little bit to just really the politics involved in how they basically treated Caitlin Clark like crap. And the only thing that saved them was that Caitlin Clark is the most exciting athlete since Michael Jordan, at least in their fans' eyes, including mine. And that's the only thing that saved him.
Well, Mark, and the whole thing is, you didn't really have to be a fan of Caitlin Clark, just a fan of basketball, and you're watching the games. You're like, what the heck? What is this? Why aren't they calling that? She gets knocked to the ground. There's no call. This person she drives to the basket. She gets hit in the head, like chopped, and the referees don't call it or throw her out of the game.
She doesn't get the same calls for technicals as everybody else.
Yeah, punching a defense, an innate object. That'll learn you.
So, anyways, I think that there needs to be a change in the league. Otherwise, who knows? Caitlin Clark has unbelievable amount of power right now because she knows she's got all the ratings and all the attendance. And I doubt it's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Yeah.
If the women can make money, there's always investors out there, Rob. People love owning sports teams. And there's lots of billionaires on this planet. So it could happen.
Unfortunately, we're not one of them, Mark.
I didn't make my
We're
billion.
getting there. We need you guys to come subscribe so we can get up there. If you guys
That's
would
right.
subscribe.
We could afford to buy a team if you guys would subscribe and watch more videos. So please do that right now. Subscribe, make us happy, hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. If you like this video, hit the like button and feel free to share it with your family, friends, acquaintances, and enemies. As long as they watch it, we don't care. And join us for our live show, the hottest live show in sports right now. It's on Monday night, 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays. And if you want, you can call in. It's pretty cool. And you can donate to this channel with super chats and super thanks. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.